Hello everyone, welcome back to the Azure Data Factory beginner course. In this session, we will learn how to ingest latest news data from REST API to ADLS Gen2 team following industry best practices. So in this video, we will explore how Azure Data Factory can be used to ingest data from external REST API team. So we will also see how to handle the JSON data, how you can able to use data lake storage Gen2, which is secure and scalable storage. And we will see what are the different real world news ingestion use cases. And finally, we will be doing a demo where we will be ingesting Google or Bing News. I will take one of it. Maybe we will go with Google News via SearchAPI.io. So why this session matters, right? So if you look at today's session team, in real world organization, right, data does not come only from databases. Many critical data sources are exposed through the REST API team, such as news providers, right, market feeds, social media platforms, and then monitoring systems and alerting services. So all these things basically sends the data through the APIs. Data is not coming from the databases. So the goal of today's session is to fetch the latest news from the REST API and store it in the ADLS Gen2 for our analytics, reporting, and AI workloads. So you will see our source is going to be REST API. Our target is ADLS Gen2. We are going to use the Azure Data Factory as our tool to ingest data from API to ADLS Gen2. So if we talk about our API overview, right? Our source system for this demo is, as I mentioned, SearchAPI.io team. I'll just show you how you can create an account, how to log in, and how you can get everything. But if you look at here, right, this service allows us to query search engine like Google or Bing or YouTube. Any search engine you can able to search to get the JSON output. So we will use this REST API endpoint that returns the latest news based on our search query. This make it perfect example for external REST based data source stream. If you see, this is the like a final URL what I am going to use. But if we look at the components, right, from here to here, whatever is there, it is called a base URL. Okay, from here to here is called a base URL. After that, from here to here, whatever you have is called an endpoint. Then engine is a one parameter. Q equal to latest news is another parameter. API key is another parameter. There are some other parameters also. I'm going to add it. I think I have not added to the slide, but when we are doing the lab, I'm going to add other parameters as well. So I'll show you that. Now, so I'm talking about in like if you look at here, right, ADLS folder structure for best practices. As my REST API is basically from search API, same data from source raw data I'm taking. It is from the search API, and I'm using a engine is Google engine. Query name, let's say latest news. Query is going to be latest news. So for which day news, let's say today news, right, then I'll be giving today date, current month and current day. Then I'm going to create a file with the year, month, day, hour, minute, seconds. If you see, so today date with the today date and hours, I am just appending to the file and creating the file in this particular path, right? So that's how my target path is going to be there. Now, if you look at your our hands-on session, right? So in our hands-on session, you can understand, team, we are trying to load data from REST API to the ADLS Gen2. So first thing is we need to sign up for this SearchAPI.io. I'll show you how you can able to sign up. So then you need to get the API key and you need to see how you can able to form the REST URL to get a response. So once you are ready with our source, I already created ADL Gen2 and ADF team. So we will just open the Azure Data Factory. Let's start creating linked services, data sets, pipelines. We will use a copy activity to ingest the data team. Now let's move on to the lab team. So our source is going to be searchapi.io. If you go like this, so this is the place where you need to first sign up, team. Click on sign up. So you need to enter your username, password, your username, email and password, accept terms, license agreement, click sign up. Once that is done, you can just come back to the sign in. You have to sign in with your same credentials, team. Once you sign in, you can see the key here. You have to copy this key, keep this key here, which we are going to use as a last parameter. Now, if you come here, you can able to see there is a Google News. If you come down, you can see there is a Bing News. You can also see there is a YouTube search, right? Walmart search. You can get the latest search result for any of these APIs. Let's say Google News, I want to extract through the my API. So this is the API URL I'm copying. You click on this, you paste it here. After that, end, I'm going to use the first parameter is q. Q means what is your query? Q equal to my query is latest plus news. I want to get a latest news. End, latest news from let's say latest news from which country, GL, right? Geographical location is India. In, you have to use end. So we know which engine we are using. Google News, latest plus news, GL equal to India. Now it's time for the, if you come down, we need to use something called API key. See, engine we are using what? Engine we are using Google News. Now we need to use the API key. Copy this, paste it here. This should be equal to this. Okay, now we have this URL. Remember, as we discussed from in this, I'm going to use from here to here as in it. This particular part I'll be using as part of linked service. From here to here, I'm going to use as part of data set. Okay, right. Now we can just move on to the our target. Target is data lake. You can leave it. Now come to data factory. Go to Azure Data Factory. So this is going to be my source. This is target and data factory. Let's click on launch data factory. Go to manage, click on new linked service for REST team. ls underscore rest I am using. So as I said, this is the path that we need to give as part of the linked service. Connection is going to be anonymous connection. You can create it. Similarly, let's create a connection to ADLS Gen2. ls for ADLS Gen2. Select subscription. Storage is API dev ADLS. Create it. Two linked services already. Now come to author. Let's create a pipeline directly team here. New pipeline. Bring copy data activity team. What is your source? Source is click on new REST. This is DS for REST. Linked service is this. Click on advanced to open this data set. Here you need to give your relative URL. So relative URL you can just copy from there to here. You paste it here. So with this you can also preview the data from your source, whether latest news is coming or not. You can see what is the latest news that you are getting here. If you see, the latest news is Japan election live update, Japan's iron lady, right? Next one is India US trade deal. Third one is PM Modi meets leading business leaders, right? If you come here and say simply latest news. See, Japan votes as a Sumner seeks mandate. PM Modi meets leading business leaders. India-US trade deal. So everything is coming exactly same whatever we are getting as part of the preview, right? So now this particular data, I want to store it in my data lake. Click on data set for data lake storage Gen2 as a CSV. Sorry. So I want to save this data as a JSON. Select JSON. DS for ADLS Gen2. Linked service is this. Now I want to store my data in the path. Okay. What is the path team? Okay, now we need to pass the path team. So if you see here, raw underscore raw hyphen data is your container. So the remaining path, whatever is there. So from here to here, you need to derive it. How you will derive it? So click OK. Yeah, this path is not available. Select import schema is none. Open this data set now. Add directory here. So this path, in order to achieve this path, what you need to do is at the rate concat, right? From year to year is it is a fixed, right? But this year, month, day will keep on changing. For that, I am going to get it through the format date time. Generate UTC now, comma YYY slash MM slash DD, right? So that's how you need to generate a year, month, day. After that, finally, we need to generate a file name. So how the file name is going to be formed? Click add dynamic content once again. Again, same thing, concat. From here to here, you have to concat team, comma. So this particular path is the only variable part. So let me just make this dot JSON also fixed. The variable part, I'll get it now. Format date time. Again, same thing, UTC now. I want it should be YYMMDD underscore hour minute seconds. So with this, hour, minute, seconds, year, month, day is going to come dynamically. Okay, we are good now. Let's debug this team. Let's refresh team. It is in progress. Let's wait for a few seconds. Yes, it is completed team. Click on this. You see one object it read, one object it has written into the data lake. If you go to data lake storage, go to resource. If you go to containers, you can see first of all, you need to see the uh, path, right? Raw iPhone data search API, Google, latest iPhone news 2026, 0208. The file name is also exactly whatever we are expecting. So now you can just edit, you will be able to see all this particular data in the JSON. You can also copy this and you can go to online. You can say JSON viewer dot online JSON viewer. If you click, you will get a number of ways you can able to see them here. If you go to viewer, so you can see search metadata, these are the search parameters, search information, organic results. You can just open one by one. You can see India US trade deal, that is the first news. Second one is Japan snap elections. Third one is PM Modi meets leading business leaders in Malaysia. So these are the latest information that you are getting through the REST API team. Okay. Now let's talk about some of the use cases, Tim. So real-time use cases, if you see where this pattern is used is, it is used in news aggregation platforms, market intelligence dashboards, media monitoring solutions, sentiment analysis, AI ML model data ingestion. In all these different real-time use cases, we are using this. So best practices, if you see, like it is always recommended to store your API key in the Azure key vault, but I have not done that. You have to do that, team. Land your raw data first in the bronze layer. Whatever we have done is correct. Use parameterized pipeline instead of hard coding the things. Add logging and monitoring. Along with that, handle API throttle and retrace in case if at all any issues with the API, temporary issues and all, you can able to resolve using the retrace team. So with this, in the next session, we are going to do incremental data ingestion from REST API to ADLS using the min and max timestamp. Instead of fetching all the news feed, I want to know whatever happened in last 1 hour, whatever happened between morning 10 to 2 o'clock in between, how you can get it. Similarly, I want to get only incremental news feeds. How you can extract that, we will see in the next session. So now I'm going to show you MCQs. Please answer. If you get 4 out of 5, well and good. You can continue to watch the next session. If you're not getting the 4 out of 5, I recommend you to rewatch the same session, team. Please like, share, and subscribe and support our channel, team. We are putting a lot of effort. Along with that, please join our WhatsApp and Telegram group for getting a free documentation. Thank you all. That's all for today.